ya. Okay. Okay. Hey, y'all. Hey. Pin the message so people can see how to participate in the live personal readings here. And just so you all know, as people are coming in, um, these are donation-based readings, and we'll get started here soon. The people that we're going to start with before, prior to anybody else coming in, these are pre-booked. So they actually have already sent in their donations with the screenshots as well as their questions. So just as a heads up, everybody, you can pre-book, and we do this on Tuesdays. So let me get my list up here so I can keep the timestamps. Also, just to let everybody know, these readings are, they will present as anonymous, because you are, if you choose to participate, you are identified with a client number and not by your name or your YouTube handle. So that's just an FYI. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm getting my life. Okay. Okay. Here we go. All right, y'all. Here we go. Start with client one. Hey, client one. Hey. Thank you for booking with me. Thank you for trusting me with your energy, client one. Let's see. So your question is, what does my spirit guides and benevolent ancestors want me to know right now? Let me go ahead and put this timestamp up. It's like, girl, get it all the way together. Okay. Client one. All right. What is it client one's spirit guides and benevolent ancestors want them to know right now? What is it client one, spirit guides, and benevolent ancestors want them to know right now? Get your cards, your tarot out first. What is it that client wants, benevolent ancestors and spirit guides want them to know right now? Let's see. Client 1, we have the 7 of Cups, King of Pentacles. Ooh. And the 2 of Arrows, or the 2 of Swords. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Strength. Client 1, I don't know if this is a thing for you, but not everything requires a response. That's one thing that they want you to know. You see this mouse that has the red string, and it's just string. It's not a rope. It's string. They're using a string to tie up the mouth of a lion. And your folks want you to know that not everything requires you to put your energy forward, or it requires a response. I don't know if you're somebody who has to have the last word or has to get your point across. They want you to be more discerning about your battles, discerning about the things you say, how you say it, and who you're saying it to. It'll save you a lot of energy, and you'll be able to maintain your peace in the long run. Because it's almost like you have something to prove. Not necessarily to yourself. It's like you're trying to prove something to somebody else, how smart you are, prove your worth. But you're already whole. You're already whole. So they want you to work on the lack mindset. You're not missing anything. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing that you have to prove to anybody else. Yeah. And going to your spread here with the 7 of Cups, King of Pentacles, and the 2 of Arrows. You have a lot of ideas. And these aren't just ideas to, like, for a hobby or anything like that. These are business ideas. Some of them good, and then there's others that are really good, that are best fit. And they really want you to, because what's showing up here is the 2 of Swords. You're having a hard time picking and choosing. You're having a hard time picking and choosing which ideas to go forward with. And they're like, it's time. You need to pick something. Let's clarify this, the 7 of Cups here. Clarify the 7 of Cups here for client 1. Ooh, yes. Yes. You see that big ass pentacles, client 1? You see this big pentacle? It's like, but it's being carried by either a turtle or a tortoise. I don't know which one it is. But they want you to be more confident. Be more confident in the value of the ideas that you have, because like I said, you have some really good ideas. But they want you to be confident and lean a lot more, because this is the Queen of Wands. She's very intuitive. And they want you to lean more into them, consult more with them, because I say this quite often to people. You probably haven't heard me say this, but um, your your business, your career, everything is all encompassing your spirituality. So your business ideas aren't separate from, your relationship with your spirit guides and your benevolent ancestors. It's not separate. They guide you in it. Your blessings with that, through them, come through them. And this business idea is nothing that is just going to pop off, you know, all of a sudden. You're going to put in work. Hence, the turtle carrying the big ass pentacle, the ace of pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, what did I say earlier? There's a five of pentacles. They want you to work on the lack mindset. They want you to be more confident and see that you are whole. There's this insecurity around you and the things that you do, where you think it's not enough, where you think you aren't enough. But that's not the case. That your ideas aren't good, but it feels like you're not even making moves on any of them. What about this two of arrows? So it sounds like they really want you to, make a move with your ideas. Pick the best fit and go forward. Let's clarify this two of arrows. Yeah, with this indecisiveness. Oops. Indecisiveness we have going on here. Yeah. Didn't I say talk to your folks? Talk to your folks. They will help guide you. One way, if you are having if you're not somebody who can hear, your spirit guides, your spirit team, you can ask for confirmation, by people always talking about asking for a sign, but they don't specify the sign that they want to see to confirm that they should do something. And I'm being led to tell you that when you ask your team for a sign, specify what you want to see in confirmation. Do you want to see a red bird? Do you want to see a rainbow? Do you want to see a bluebird? Whatever it is, specify to them what you want to see. And then don't close your mind to where you could possibly see your confirmation. Rainbows aren't just in the sky. You may be watching an 80s TV show and see a rainbow on a t-shirt. You may be walking down the street and see somebody walking with a Blue Jays hat on. So don't keep your mind, don't box yourself in or your spirit team in when you're asking them to confirm something for you. Now, they want me to get a final message for you here. This one? Okay. All right. Let's get this final message going for client one from her spirit guides and her benevolent ancestors. And I apologize. I'm saying her all willy-nilly, and you did not identify your gender or biological sex. So their spirit guides, their benevolent ancestors. What's the final message for client one, please? Final message for client one. All right, here we go. Final message for client one, please. Yeah, if you got these ideas, don't sit on them. Les Brown, and this is coming from me, client one. Les Brown is one of those motivational speakers that was out with Jim Rohn, and well, maybe a little bit after him. And he says that the wealthiest places in the world is the cemetery, because people have all these ideas and they don't put them out there and they die. So, you know, don't let your ideas leave and transition with you. But your folks want you to know something is not your concern. If you put client one, if you are somebody who, what I'm being told is that you have a tendency to have input when nobody asks you, that's not your concern. If you are one who worries about what people think about you, also your folks want you to know that's not your concern either. What else for client one, please? Ooh, this goes back to your first card. They say you have a choice. You have choices. You don't have to lock yourself in to anything. If something doesn't feel right, you have a choice in what you want to do. Yeah. At the bottom of the deck, cultivating a life of luxury and or comfort for you. That's what they want for you. They want to cultivate a life of luxury and comfort. But you have to make those moves. You have to meet them. You know, I don't know if you know anything about the Bible. I don't know if you're Christian, but you know what they say, faith without works is DEAD, and on purpose. But is that it for client one? That's it. That's all, client one. Thank you for booking with me. And when you said all you know, it's time to go. Take care, client one. All right. Moving on to client two. Hey, everybody in the chat. If you would like to participate in the personal readings, check the description box. Go ahead and give us a like while you're here. If you're just here chilling and watching, thank you for being here and lending your good energy. All right, let's get this timestamp going for client two. All right. Hey, client two. Hey, I hope you're well. Thank you for booking with me. Thank you for trusting me with your energy. So, client two, you say, thank you for your help last week. I am glad that I could be of assistance. I asked a yes, no question last week about if the Cancer was talking about me to others behind my back. I have a follow-up question. What does my spirit team want me to know about the people in my circle? Okay, client two, let's see. Let's see. Do we want to go with this one? No. They want to use a different deck, client two. All right, let's see. All right. What does client two's spirit team want them to know about the people in their circle? What does client two's spirit team want them to know about the people in their circle? That's a good question, too. But be careful about what you ask client two, because they're going to tell you. They're going to tell you. Okay. All right. What does client 2 spirit team want them to know about the people in their circle? What does client 2 spirit team want them to know about the people in their circle? Okay. What else about client 2 circle? What does their spirit team want them to know? Ooh, have to pick that one up. What else? All right. What else? Anything else? Anything else for client 2? Okay. Let me get this one off the floor. Okay. So the first one that came out, client 2, is not looking back. Another one is leaving is not on my to-do list. Another one is sus, as you know, they see that some of them around you are sus, client 2. And then it looks like they believe or know that a few of them have parental or guardian issues or attachment issues. So let's delve a little deeper here, because let me get this other one. You have a mixture of folks around you, client 2. Some that you probably need to let go, especially with them attachment issues. But it looks like you have some on your side who aren't really concerned if there are issues that happen between you and these friends, anybody in your circle from the past. They're not even concerned about it, with this not looking back, and leaving is not on their to-do list. So you got some folks around you, whoever they are, that are ride or die. Now, this sus and parental or guardian issues, that's something else. So we'll get a little more into it with the tarot here. Yeah. I don't know now. I'm going to start with the sus folks. Let's see. Give us a little more information about the sus people surrounding client 2, please. Give us a little more information about the sus folks here surrounding client 2. Let's see. All the folks, the sus folks, the ones with the parental guardian attachment issues. Let's see. First one is a no. Then we have a maybe. And then we have a yes. With this 10 of Wands, the 2 of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles, they're sus. Whoever this is, they see you as somebody that is the King of Pentacles, somebody who takes care of everybody. But it's like you have an obligation to them. They feel like what you have, they have. What you have, they have. With this 10 of Wands beside the 2 of Pentacles. And that's weird. That's weird. They feel like not in a good way. You know how you can celebrate a friend and your friend be like, you know what? If I eat, you eat, right? That's one thing. But no, this is one of those things like, if you have, I better have. I better be the first one that you offer to. But it's not reciprocated with the Two of Pentacles here. They expect you to give to them all the time. Always throwing that, carrying their burden, always, taking care of them. But if you need their assistance, nah, it's like that. They know that if you have, they're going to have. So they are more so going to take advantage of that than anything. And your folks don't like that. Matter of fact, at the bottom of the deck, we have the moon. What's this moon all about with this sus friend, this sus person surrounding client too? What's the moon about here? And what I have here, the zodiacs for the sus person is Sagittarius, Capricorn, Virgo, and Leo. Okay. We have the King of Cups. Six of Swords. And the King of Swords. The fuck is this all about, client two? At the bottom of the deck, oh, Five of Wands. First of all, this is somebody who is either secretly or unsecretly competing with you. There can be healthy competition in a friend group. But this is more like a jealousy type competition. Yeah, this is something else. So with the King of Cups, this person is more likely to say certain things to your face to make it seem like they are on your side, make it seem like they actually give a fuck. It's a fake empathy, when what they really have is apathy. They're actually making moves against you. I don't know if this person is living with you or has lived with you. But they may end up, it's like if they lived with you, they left, just kind of bounced. And if they do live with you, they're just kind of going to bounce under the cloak of night. It's like it's a sneaky way. But what they're going to make it do, they're going to make it seem like they didn't want to be bothersome. You were too busy. They're going to make it seem like you were the issue of why they left that way. Yeah. I have Aquarius. Oh, heavy Aquarius here. Gemini, Taurus, and Pisces, as well as Leo. Again, what about these other folks that's surrounding client two? What does client two spirit team want them to know? I have the Four of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. That's it. Four of Pentacles and Knight of Swords. Oh, these are good. These are good folks. These other folks, I don't know how many people we talking about, but these are some definite ride or die folks. These are some folks that you need to hold on to. They'll show all the way up and not ask any questions if you need them to run up, and help you out. They are, just as is at the bottom of the deck, they are somebody who will look at um, a problem that you may have objectively, and they'll speak truth to the matter from their perspective. If they feel like you're wrong in something, they're going to tell you that you're wrong. They may not come out and just say, client two, that shit was foul. They may say it in a different way, but they have no problem with, telling you what it is. And those are the type of folks that you need around. For these people, I have heavy Capricorn, I have Libra, and Aquarius. Yeah. Is that it, Spirit? And that's it. That's all. I hope this helps, client two. Thank you again for booking with me. But when you said all you know, it's time to go, client two. Thanks again. Take care. All right. And we will move on to client three. Put my stuff over here. Parched. Woo! So tasty. Water. All right. All right. So, client three. Okay. Let me get your timestamp up and going here. Okay. Hey, client three. Hey. Thank you for booking with me. Thank you for trusting me with your energy. Client three, so you said this is your first time getting a reading in this manner. Oh, I am so pleased to be your first. I'll be genteel. You are a 37-year-old woman who's been single for almost 3 years. You've been doing your shadow work. You've been doing your shadow work, and a lot of people have been removed from your life. You've been in full isolation to grow. Okay, so your first question, because you booked a 2-question reading, is, are you going to meet your divine match this year? All right. Well, let me first, I'm somebody who, words mean things, right? And I am a nerd because I am a person who doesn't always correct people, but because words mean things. Isolation, there's a sort of negative connotation with that. And if you've been on your own, you've been more in solitude, especially if you have been doing shadow work and growing and leaning into your spirit team. That's more of solitude than isolation than anything. Isolation is like utterly alone and not wanting to be alone. Solitude is being alone, but knowing you're not lonely, and just knowing there's no one in the 3D that may be around with solitude, if that makes any sense. But anyway, I digress. Let's get on to your question. Is client three, who's 37 and been single for almost 3 years, bless her heart, is client three, spirit, gonna meet her divine match this year in 2026, the year of people's lords. is client 3 going to meet their divine match this year in 2026? Spirit. Let's see, client 3. Let's see. Just as a reminder or to newly let you know, I pulled 3 cards when we doing yes, no questions. All right. Is client 3 going to meet their divine match this year? And keep in mind, regardless of what comes out, client 3, you know, energy shifts. So, yeah, energy shifts. That's all I got to say about that. We have the first card is a maybe with the 6 of Swords. Ooh, we got a yes with the 9 of Cups. And we have another maybe with the 2 of Pentacles. Ah, bottom of the deck. Oh, we got another yes. Okay, so it's an overall yes, where your spirit team, basically, you have to stay on your path. That's what the Fool is all about. The Fool is somebody that is trusting, and this is trusting the journey, trusting the path, and staying aligned with it. You know, you are, like you said, you are doing the work. You know, people have been removed that haven't, you know, served your highest good. So start to look at this, and it's easier said than done. But I guess this might be more speaking from personal experience, where you kind of have to remove the constant thoughts around it. Because when we think about things too much, regardless of what it is, whether it's your divine match or getting a specific job, or, you know, wanting to make a certain profit from your business, it's worry. And worry takes away from the divine. Worry takes away from the spirit team. Worry changes the energy of what you are meant to have. It delays it because it's a form of control, right? So this is saying to continue to trust that path and continue to stay aligned with, you know, pure heart and pure intentions. But we have the maybe here. Maybe with the 6 of Swords, 9 of Cups, and 2 of Pentacles. It's time for you to start venturing out a little bit, dipping your toe out into the outside. Dip it out a little bit. um, you know, your desires and wishes can be fulfilled, but they can't be fulfilled while you're sitting at home. So this 2 of Pentacles is about, you know, juggling. You're going to have to start dating, getting out there and dating. I don't know if you're into the apps or what, anything like that. But either way, you got to go outside, girl. You got to go outside. I have Aquarius, Pisces, and Capricorn here on deck. When it comes to this 6 of Swords and client 3 going outside, what does our spirit team? Okay, yeah, they want you to go outside. With the 5 of Wands, you got to go out there and get enveloped in the dating scene, because you have to find out. You know, you got to find out what you want. You probably already have some idea of the things that you like, but you're going to meet some people and be like, yeah, I don't like that. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. But then there'll be other people that you meet and you'll be like, oh, I kind of like that. I like the fact that they are A, B, and C. But you have to get out there. You got to meet some people, meet some folks. Yeah, bottom of the deck, we got the three ones. You got to get out in them streets. That don't mean you got to be for the streets now, but you got to get out in the streets, you know? Yeah. Okay. Let's go to your next question. I hope that helps. Your next question is, what do your spirit guides want you to know about your love life? Well, one thing we just talked about is that they say you need to get up out in the streets and start dating folks. Um, which deck? This one? Okay. Hmm. They are saying that they'll give you a little sneak peek. They'll give you a little sneak peek. Let's see. What is it, client threes? Spirit guides want her to know about her dating life. What does client three spirit team want her to know about her dating life? I'm excited. I'm excited because there's a strong possibility that you will meet your divine match, client three. What is it? Client three spirit team want her to know about her love life. And then we'll go to the tarot. We'll go to the tarot. We'll get a few cards here. All right. What is it? Client three spirit team wants her to know about her love life. Ooh. What? I'm trying to tell you, your team is solo journey. Solo journey. Single and growing. Spiritual journey. Your love life is a spiritual journey. And this is a journey just for you where you have to grow. Not only that, but soulmates. Your divine match is on the other side of this journey. Hence why it came out like this. It's like, it looks like this. It starts off as a soul. I can't. Starts off there as a solo journey, but you end up with a soulmate on the other side as you grow and you continue to stay aligned. What else? The client three. Ooh, what landed? I know y'all saw it toss, like flip up, but it landed on solo journey. Acceptance. Acceptance. This is about healing and surrendering. Again, we are talking about staying aligned with your path and not, it's one thing to reflect and it's another to, um, what's the word I'm looking for, y'all? Where you just stay hyper focused on something where it becomes negative. It becomes that thing that you kind of obsess over. You know, nowadays our culture uses the term obsess as a good thing, but when we obsess over things, it's never anything good. Obsessing is not a good thing. And there's a difference between obsession and acceptance. They want you to accept the journey and keep, going, keep surrendering, keep healing, keep doing that work. But don't make this your focus of your journey. Having a partner, that's just the icing on the cake. It's not what completes you. You still a cake without icing. You just a cake without icing. That don't make you any less delicious. So this is a journey that is full of growth, and that soulmate is on the other side. Yeah. Mm. At the bottom of the deck, client 3, we have commitment. First, you have to commit to yourself. You have to commit to yourself. Stay committed to yourself. Keep those boundaries, with your friends, family, and it is something that will trickle down. There will be a trickle down process in the change that will come because those boundaries show that you love yourself, and then people have to respond. They have to respond. And when you commit to yourself, other people will commit to you, including this divine match. Yeah. But they want me to go to the tarot real quick to let you know some other stuff about your love life. What else for client 3 regarding their love life? What else for client 3 regarding her love life? Oops. All right. Client 3. What else for client 3 from her spirit guides? What does she need to know about her love life? It told me 2 cards. They're like 2 cards, Shauna. We ain't gonna keep talking about this. And then they threw it. Let me find out. Let me find out. Just rude. Okay, what came out is the Sun. Ooh, and Death. Ooh wee. First of all, let's talk about these 2 cards are majors. So this is a complete shift. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Arrows, the Queen of Swords here. You're going to make some head over heart decisions. If you're somebody who may have been easily manipulated or knowingly manipulated in the past, it's by certain people, especially by family. It's kind of time to ice up and throw them boundaries up. It doesn't mean that you don't love these folks, but you love yourself more. But we have the Sun and Death. This to anybody, to most people, it's like, what? Like the Sun and Death, aren't those like night and day? Not necessarily, because the Sun is even here. And what your folks are saying is that joy, contentment is something that is long lasting. Happiness is fleeting. And they are working with you to build a foundation of joy, contentment, peace, wisdom. And with that, some things have to change. Some behaviors have to stop. You're going through a transformation, which is why you're in solitude. Because the people that you've been attracting, they're not up to par. You were in a space, and a lot of people are, words mean things. You were in a space where you wanted somebody to complete you. Your folks want you to know that you're already complete. You're whole. Like I said, you're already a cake. And your partner coming in is just the icing on the cake. They're just something that complements the cake. You the cake. You still good as hell as the cake, even a plain cake. A plain moist cake, not a plain dry cake. There's a difference. So it's like you have to trust the process. Continue to trust the process. That's what I got, client 3. Is that it? Okay, yes, that's it. That's all. You said all you know, client 3. It's time to go. Thank you for booking with me and trusting me with your energy. Hey, MG. Thank you very much. MG's in the house, y'all. All that beautiful energy coming up in here in the live. All right. So we have at client 4. All right. Client 4 has a yes, no question. Let me get some water up in here. I know y'all ain't come up here to watch me drink, but got to get that libation in. Okay. Client 4's timestamp is 51:05. All right. And we have, again, a yes, no question for client 4. Hey, client 4. I hope you're well. Thank you for booking with me. And thank you for trusting me with your energy. Client 4, your question is, well, you said, I hope your new year is going well so far. Thank you. Same to you. You started a business last quarter. Is it going to make profit so you can leave your full-time job this year? Okay. Let's see. Let's see here. And congratulations on starting a job. That's not an easy thing to do. And even having the courage to do it. All right. Is client 4's new business going to make a profit so they can leave their full-time job this year? Is client 4's business going to have a profit so they can leave their full-time job this year? All right, let's see. Client 4, I pulled 3 cards for yes, no questions. Is client 4's business going to make a profit so they can leave their full-time job this year? All right, so the first card is a maybe. The second card is a yes. Your third card is a no. So really, what we got is a maybe, because we have a maybe, a yes, and a no. At the bottom of the deck, we have the 3 of Cups, which is a yes. This is a yes, no. So I'm going to be quick with this. I don't know if you have partners, but you may want to consider some business partners or collaborating with some folks. It's looking like there may be some other things legally with the Queen of Swords and Justice here that you may want to look into. I don't know if you have, established I don't even know where you are, if you're in the United States, if you have established your business with the state or whoever, handles that in the country that you're in or the state that you're in, and gotten all the paperwork together, as well as making sure with whatever your business finances are, that those are in order. Like, your business money is separate from your personal money and the things. But it's looking like there's some more legal aspects that you need to look into, because, there's some extra shit going on. But yeah, that's what I got, because it's a yes and no. You can book a full reading so we can delve a little deeper into that. But I hope that helps, gives you a little clarity, client 4. Thank you for booking with me. When you said all you know, it's time to go. Bye. All right. Client 5. All right, let me check before we move on to client 5. Make sure we don't have any new clients Yes, welcome to the live. Welcome to the live, y'all. Go ahead and like the live if you just in here chilling. Thanks for chilling with us. Thank you for your energy. Thank you, MG, for doing words are just like not a thing for me today. I'm like, what is going on with my words? It just been like fluttering like butterflies. It comes in and then it goes away. Yeah, it's crazy. It's weird. Okay, client 5. Focus. Yeah, they do be wording. Cause I be like, what's the word? What's the word? Because I want to say admin, but I know it's not admin. What is what's the thing? MG? What the reason why you got that blue wrench? What's it called? What's it? Not an admin. Oh gosh. Okay. Mod, yes. Oh my gosh. What can you do? I know so many words. Mod was not the word that was coming to my mind. Mm-mm. You're about to be a whole administrator all day on purpose. Client 5. Thank you for booking with me, Client 5. Thank you for trusting me with your energy. Let me get your timestamp going here. Okay, you have a yes no question as well. And your question is your relationship with the Aquarius going anywhere? Oh, please excuse my dog, y'all. She heard a car door. So, is the relationship client 5 has with the Aquarius going anywhere? Is the relationship that client 5 has with the Aquarius going anywhere? Okay. It's okay. All right. Is the relationship with that client 5 has with the Aquarius going anywhere? All right. We have justice with a yes. Ooh, we have the sun with the yes. Okay. All right. Client 5. And we have the 2 of wands with a yes. Well, client 5, I don't know what you got going on in this relationship, but I got a hell yes. Can you say yes? Like it's all 3 yeses with justice. And 2 of 3 of the cards in my 3-card spread are majors. So this is going to be a major shift in your relationship. I don't know what the next step is. We do have justice here. So it could be some legal things going on, good legal things. Because we do have the sun, and that is about success and fulfillment and jubilation. Also with planning. Yeah. And we got also a step up here with the Page of Pentacles. There's going to be a step up in the relationship. So, yeah, if you want to know more, like MG said in the chat, book a full reading to get more insight. But yes, is your answer. I hope that helps. Is that it? And that's it. That's all. When you said, oh, you know, client 5, it's time to go. Thank you again. Have a good night. All right, y'all. This is the last client. Let me check my account once more. And I'll check it again when we finish. Okay. All right, y'all. So, yeah, it really was. I love like good news like that. Yeah. And I hate that they had to kind of wonder. That's sad in a way, but it's a good reading. All right. So client 6, let me get your timestamp going. Okay. Client 6 has a longer email. They on some real shit right now. Um, with my whistle. Okay. Thank you for booking with me, client 6, and thank you for trusting me with your energy. All right. So you say, thank you for using your gifts. Oh, I'm grateful to be of use. But you are a 49-year-old man engaged to a 45-year-old woman with 2 children, adult children, one who still lives at home. He is a 23-year-old Libra who isn't in school, has no job, and no motivation to become independent. He doesn't have any physical or learning deficiencies. Okay. We've been engaged for you and your partner have been engaged for 1.5 years, and you dated for 2 years prior. Okay. Your fiance pays for everything for her son, from his car insurance to his underwear. Okay. Okay. Well, he smokes, plays video games, and brings young ladies home to spend the night sometimes. All right. We've had you and she had repeated conversation about her son's lack of motivation and his refusal to gain independence. And you have been clear that you're hesitant to move forward with the marriage if the expectation is that he live with you both indefinitely. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, it makes sense. That would be a concern. Your fiance, from your perspective, is not encouraging him to be a responsible adult. You love her dearly, but you cannot imagine taking care of a grown ass man who is capable of taking care of himself. You don't know what to do. Could you provide spiritual messages from the divine on what you should do about this situation? Wow. I say, wow. Oh, mm, you know, focus. It is very loaded, but it's a very valid question. Client 6, your feelings, your concerns are valid. Very valid. I mean, I don't know what I would do, because that's some real shit. That's some real shit. Thank you for sharing and allowing me to share this question, although anonymous, with the the world, really, because it's YouTube. Because we never know who is actually watching these and who may resonate with whatever is going to come out from spirit. But spirit, what client 6 doesn't know what to do about this situation. What is your advice for client 6 regarding this situation? What spiritual advice can you give client 6 regarding this situation? It's heavy. Okay. What advice can you give client 6 regarding this situation? Advice for client 6 regarding the situation with his fiance and her grown son. Okay. Both this way? Okay. All right. So we have the Ace of Cups in reverse, Queen of Cups in reverse, and the Four of Swords, or the Four of Arrows, in this deck. And at the bottom of the deck, ooh, I don't like this. Yee. Bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Cups. Just say it. This is a situation you might have to walk away from. Client 6. This is not, you don't want to put yourself or your fiance, or spirit doesn't want you to put yourself or your fiance in a position where there has to be an ultimatum, where she has to choose between you and her son. Not forcibly, so the best situation right now, what spirit is showing me, is that you have to disengage, because going back to our spread here, we have the Ace of Cups, the Queen of Cups, which is her, and the Four of Arrows. That's you chilling out. There's some growth and healing that she needs to do, because as the Queen of Cups, she's in reverse. Of course, it could be a negative energy, but for this is still a place of lack. There's some lack here that she's seeing and that she feels, that she needs to hold on to her son staying in the home. The phrase that spirit is bringing to mind is husband son. I don't know if you've ever heard that phrase for like single moms who have raised sons, but they've been more kind of like husband sons, to the point where, in your example, in your background, she buys his underwear. Let's clarify this Ace of Cups here in reverse. Or just tell us more, please, Spirit, about this, about your advice. Got the Ten of Cups. Oh, excuse me, Ten of Pentacles. Justice. Seven of Swords. Seven of Arrows. Woo. Okay, no rebates. Knight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. He's the Knight of Wands, and putting them both on the spot where a choice has to be made, you're not going to win out. You're not going to win out. And on the other side of things, what Spirit is showing is that even if this would be a facade, this 10 of Pentacles, because on the other side of this 10 of Pentacles is, let me put it so you can see it the way I see it, is Justice and the Seven of Swords. If y'all did decide, because the 10 of Pentacles is about legacy, it's about building together and growing together and conquering and building, conquering the challenges and making them your bitch together, as well as building a solid foundation of trust, love, respect, not just between you and your fiance, but the family unit. But again, on the other side, of this Ten of Pentacles is justice. And what I'm seeing is court. I'm not just seeing court. I'm seeing some sneaky conniving type stuff. Like if you were to follow through with the marriage, it wouldn't last. And there'd be some things that you would lose out on. If you are the person who, and I'm feeling like you might be with this Ten of Pentacles showing up, you might be a person of means, and you'd get taken to the cleaners. I, I don't, I'm just, that's the only way they want me to put it. Yeah. What is the advice for client 6 for this heavy, 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 heavy situation? Any more advice for client 6? We have the Four of Wands, King of Pentacles, and this is you, client 6. Didn't I tell you? Person of means. That's the Seven of Cups. Bottom of the deck. Okay. Disclaimer, and what's the, not just disclaimer, but heads up, y'all. If you have a thing like a fear of spiders, if you have arachnophobia, I'm about to show a spider, so do what you need to do. I'm gonna show it now. There's a Page of Pentacles here. So it takes time to build a web. It does. It takes time to build a web. And, you know, spiders, they have to deal with the elements. You know, it could be windy, rainy. It doesn't matter. You know, they still have to get the job done, build the web. And the webs are super strong. They are super strong. And they, a lot of times, can last through, you know, these winds and rains and all that stuff. And that's what they are bringing towards you. And so it takes time. It takes time. It takes time to give and to bring to you, client 6, the person that is your match. Behind the Page of Pentacles is the Nine of Pentacles, my singles card, right? So they are confirming that you should step away from this situation. And not just step away, but, you know, this hawk has on the blinders. So it doesn't go hunting. So it doesn't, you know, do the things. And they want you to trust them. Your spirit team wants you to trust the path, the journey. Don't be so hyper focused. If you are, on this situation or any situation coming afterwards. And I know that's easier said than done because you have spent what 3.5 years with this woman. Y'all have built a relationship. made plans and everything. So it's so much easier said and done. But they don't want you to be Lot's wife. That's what I'm hearing. Don't be Lot's wife. If you don't know who Lot is, Google her. Google her. They don't want you looking back. But your divine match is nigh. It's coming. And it's close with the 4 wands here. But they don't want you to be deluded that this relationship is the end all be all for you, when it's kind of, when there's something so significant that is deterring it. This 7 of Cups, it can be about illusions. It can be about choices too. And you do have choices. And when you get back out there, you're going to have choices again. Some of them are going to be good. Some of them are going to be like, eh. But there is a best fit. There is a divine fit. Because you're the King of Pentacles here. And she showed up as a Queen of Hearts. I mean, the Queen of Cups, Queen of Hearts, Queen of Cups. In reverse. So there's some work that she has to do on her own. You can't fix her. You can't fix the situation. Only she and her spirit team can fix that. And that's not for you to fix. And I know a lot of times that's what a lot of men want to do. They want to fix something. But that's not your journey in this situation. They're telling me to get the Black Moon, Lilith. And I don't like being the bearer of bad news, but I'm grateful that I can give you the heads up and be used to let you know what the divine wants you to know. So thank you for that. Thank you for allowing me to do that and being vulnerable with all of us. Final message here for client 6, please. Final message for client 6. Man. Final message for client 6. Final message for client 6, please. Final message for client 6. Final message for client 6. Oh, we have calcination. Calcination. Dark night of the soul. I got the light on today, so I should be able to see these words. Yeah. Calcination. 78, page 78. And the number, calcination, is the number 78. So it might be important to you, client 6, that number. But it says calcination. This card represents the straw that broke the camel's back. It's the spark of internal grief when your partner lies to you for the umpteenth time, or the anger that comes from a snide remark from a toxic boss. You finally have had enough of the traffic heading downtown, and now you have the fierce motivation to move to a new city. Calcination in alchemy occurs when you finally have a reckoning with what no longer is in alignment with you. This feels like an uncomfortable and intense dark night of a soul. Your ego feels unsupported by your reality, and you must experience a metaphorical death to be reborn. You can relate to this. You can relate this to the occult symbolism of the phoenix. When this card pops up in a reading, it's time for you to metaphorically burn it all down so that you can be reborn. Calcination is the first step in the practice of alchemy, associated with the lead planet Saturn, where you start and work your way inward toward the gold of the sun. It invokes the fire element linked with the divine masculine zodiac sign of Aries. It is the practice of burning and adding heat to material or a solution to strip it down to its original state. A difficult life event, challenge, or roadblock can trigger you to begin this sacred process of soul ascension. While this is the beginning of your alchemical journey, it's an extremely necessary first step to progress to higher states of consciousness. Some suggested shadow work. You can integrate the first step of calcination by identifying what should be purged in your life. Take a moment to journal your thoughts and emotions during this process. It says, prepare for an ego death or shedding of your old self. Allow the ashes to fall away so that your true self remains. Mm. Is that it, Spirit, for Client 6? That's it. That's all, Client 6. I hope this helps. I feel for you. I'm sending positive energy your way. And yeah, best of luck to you, Client 6, from all of us. We'll hold space for you if you need to come back and get another reading about whatever is going on. We hope you find what you need. Thank you, MG. And when you said all you know, Client 6, it's time to go. That was some real shit. Man. Oh, shoot. At the bottom of the deck, y'all. Let's bring it back to Client 6 real quick. At the bottom of the deck is endings and regeneration. Ain't that some shit? Endings and regeneration. You know what? I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it. Cause it's like, it's kind of, well, okay. Spirit was like, nah, don't read it. It's self-explanatory with the situation. We just talked about the Phoenix, endings and regeneration at the bottom of the deck is because of Pluto. And Pluto is all about change, radical change, just like Uranus. And that sounds like what you're going through, Client 6, like a radical change in your life. But yeah, that's it. That's all. And now we said all what we know. Yeah, very hard choices. Very hard choices. I'm just, oh, that's difficult. That's difficult. But, you know, I hope that everybody's question, one reason why I like to do the readings this way is because, you know, we don't live in silos, even though we try to. A lot of us go through the same things, but just different faces, and we have no idea. So these are ways that people learn that they aren't alone in certain situations that happen. And though this situation is specific to him, I'm sure it's, yeah, it's not, he's not the only one that's gone through it. He's not the only one that's going through it. Yeah. But that is it, y'all. I appreciate y'all coming through, whether you participated. Thank you to all the clients who participated tonight. Thank you for everybody that showed up in the live, whether you dropped anything in the comments or not, just giving us your energy. Thank you for being here. Yeah, there's always this, someone's going through something similar all the time. All the time. We have to, we don't have to share all our business, but we also don't have to let guilt and ego and shame keep us silent from actually finding people who can resonate with what we go through. you know that guilt and shame, it's a bitch. That conditioning, you know how I feel about it, MG. You know how I feel about that conditioning. Yes, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for reminding me of that. We would love to have you over here at Your Highest Good Tarot. Love to have you here. And we will be here next Tuesday if you would like to participate in the personal reading sessions here on the live. Again, you can see that they are anonymous and confidential to protect your privacy, where we identify you with the client number. So I hope that encourages y'all. And if not, just come on through, you know, come on through, have a sit down, get some herbal tea or whatever, coffee if you're on the other side of the world, you know. But that's what we have. Thank you so much, MG. I appreciate and love you. You are amazing. And that's it. That's all, y'all. I said all I know. Y'all know what that means. It's time to go. Bye.